Zane Clodfelter with Otters TV here with Luc Rennie, the reigning Frontier League Pitcher of the Week. But you got that honor last Friday, pitching just a solid game against Southern Illinois.
Yeah, that was an interesting game. Came out and we had the rain kind of sprinkling in warm-ups, and I wasn't quite sure how I was feeling. It was weird. It was kind of a tough one for me to focus up for. It was strange, but I went out in the first 2 innings and felt a little off, but was able to hone it in and made do with it. And then once I hit my stride, there was no looking back really. All my pitches were working and did a good job keeping it off balance. And once you do that, the pitching becomes pretty fun because you can kind of, for lack of a better term, toy with them.
Yeah.
Which makes it really, really fun.
Well, no, toying with them, and you had, 12 strikeouts, so you really had command the entire game.
Yeah, and that's huge when I have my breaking balls, both of them, my slider and my curveball on point, because if I can throw those for strikes and throw them for out pitches and then pitch off my fastball, like I said, that's me as a pitcher, and I know if I have my best stuff, I'm going to give us the best chance to win that I possibly can.
I know the goal for you is to get back to affiliated baseball. It seems like, the last couple of pitchers that the Evansville Otters have had that have won the Frontier League Pitcher of the Week award, they end up going back to affiliated baseball. You had the honor on Monday of getting that award for your performance against Southern Illinois. How cool was that for you?
It was awesome. I haven't won very many awards in my pro career.
Okay.
So it's been a roller coaster for me. So it's cool to have a little acknowledgement. But I was telling my dad the other day on the phone, I said it's weird to kind of get acknowledged for something when your sights are set so much higher on something. And obviously that's our goal here, is to get up and play affiliated baseball either for the first time or again. And for me, it would be again. And so to get, it's obviously an honor to receive that award, but it's just one of those feelings where it's nice, but I'm just getting started is kind of what it feels like.
Just seems like the ERA, we're going to knock on the proverbial wood here, the ERA just continues to get better and better for you. You're right around 2 now. What has been working so well for you this first half of the season?
I just become comfortable with who I am as a pitcher. I think Max is huge and helped me do that last year. Embracing the fact that I throw a cut fastball, whether I liked it or not, and pitching off that, the addition of a 2-seam fastball, and the improvement of my curveball, from last year to this year even more, and my slider, and having a mix of pitches like that, including a changeup that I really don't ever really throw, that I know I have, it allows me to pitch games however I need to, depending on the day and however they're swinging it, or if there's more lefties, more righties, if they're swinging early, if they're swinging, if they're taking pitches a lot. It's just been huge, and I think just embracing who I am as a pitcher and not trying to be somebody that I'm not. Not trying to be a guy who comes out and can throw a 98-mile-an-hour fastball with a 90-mile-an-hour slider. It's just not who I am. And learning how to pitch like that has been huge and essential in me improving and honing in a craft, and that's kind of how I look at it.
And really, when you got here in 2016, you're a pretty good pitcher, but since the last, calendar year since you came off the DL in 17, you've just been at another level.
16 was a tough year. We won the championship, but I can honestly say I didn't contribute a lot to that. I had a lot of rough outings, and that was tough, and beginning of last year was tough, but once I kind of started pitching like I had a gun to my head. It's like you either pitch or you don't. You either pitch or you don't play. And last year was huge, and the improvements in me last year were huge. But yeah, I was just telling somebody about 10 minutes ago. It's like it's just about getting better every year. Like give them come back with something new to help them keep you around and improve your longevity, or else you're not going to be around for very long.
Final thing, your favorite athlete. We'll try to keep it off topic a little bit and try to have a little bit of fun with Luc Rennie, because you're one of our better interviews. So your favorite athlete?
Well, I was actually born in Indianapolis, for those who don't know that.
And a lot of people probably don't. They just assume the California.
From San Diego. But no, we didn't live there for very long, but ever since I was little, I always loved that I was from a different place.
Yeah.
And the Indianapolis Colts have been my favorite team since I was little. And so for that reason, I'm a huge Peyton Manning fan. Absolutely huge Peyton Manning fan. Even when he went to the Broncos, it was when the Broncos played the Colts, it was hard for me because I was like, I don't even know who to root for.
So which one of his receiving targets then would you love for him to throw to?
You mean?
Yeah, one of his teammates. So was it Marvin Harris? Or was it Reggie Wayne?
I was a huge Reggie Wayne fan. huge. I mean, I love Marvin Harrison too, but Reggie Wayne was always when I was getting a Colts jersey when I was little. It was between Reggie Wayne and Peyton Manning.
Yeah, see,
Full 87. I love it.
I loved Reggie Wayne, but I really thought in 2011, the year that Peyton Manning messed with all the neck issues, it was his last year of that contract.
Yeah.
Remember, they're playing Houston late in the year, and we're trying to get Andrew Luck, and Reggie Wayne caught that touchdown in the end zone that gave the Colts the eventual win. I'm like, no, Reggie, you're going to leave. Like, we need Andrew Luck more than we... And then he ended up coming back. We got to enjoy him a couple more years.
And I'm a huge T.Y. Hilton fan, too, for that reason, being a Colt. But I always loved when the Colts got to play the Chargers because all my friends were just big Chargers fans, and I don't really like the Chargers at all. And so whenever my buddy would always have tickets, and he'd invite me, and we'd always go to the games, and I'd be the only dude in the press box or wherever we were wearing the Colts jersey, and I just loved it. And we always beat up on them. It was great.
Speaking of the Chargers, I saw Phillip Rivers in person. He was a freshman and made his college debut in Bloomington against Indiana.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Because he's an NC State.
NC State guy. And man, he tore Indiana up back-to-back years. So Phillip Rivers, first public enemy #1 with IU football, and then with the Colts for all those times too.
Obviously.
So he's Luc Rennie. I'm saying Clodfelter. This has been Otters TV.